Alright, so I'm joined by the record-breaking coach Rhulani Mokwena as well as Ronwen Williams. It's been an amazing year for both the men joining me. Coach, first and foremost, congratulations.
Welcome back. Thank you very much.
Thank you. This
good
is not about me.
No, good to see you. We've missed you.
I missed you guys too.
Yeah,
but I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much, Coach. Ronwen, congratulations.
Thanks so much. Congratulations to you as well.
Thank you. Whew, what a season, Coach.
Yeah. First, let me also start by greeting everybody. It's good to be here. Let's also start by thanking Hyundai for hosting us. They're incredible partners for Mamelodi Sundowns. Extremely important for the brand to be associated with another exceptional brand like Hyundai. And I think as Mamelodi Sundowns, we're very fortunate to have sponsors that support us and that help us to be better and to run the club a lot more efficiently. So I want to thank them for their partnership and the support that they've given us, you know. But yeah, it's been a difficult season, made to look a little bit easier than what it is. But a difficult season and a lot of praise and compliments have to go to the players because they've been magnificent, and as a club we are very proud of them.
Difficult in what sense?
Well, talented people are difficult to manage, and the squad is an extremely talented squad with a lot of players that have their own personal ambitions, for sure. And then they are part of a club that is extremely ambitious, and that puts a lot of pressure on them. So if you take the talent and then you put a little bit of pressure on it, and then of course you understand how difficult it may be, and not just on the football side of the training and that type of things, but also the managing of personalities and pushing them to do more and to demand more. Has made it very, very difficult, but difficult in a good way, you know, not difficult and stressful, but difficult in a good way, where it's made us better coaches, it's made us better footballers, it's made us a better club, it's made us better human beings. So very proud of the players and the football club.
Ronwen, your debut season with Mamelodi Sundowns, how would you describe it?
It was amazing. I enjoyed every moment. I knew it was going to be tough. First day when I came in, I had a wonderful talk with the coach, and they outlined the objectives, and that's when I knew, you know, real work is starting now. So if I'm not up to it, I might as well stay. And that day, you know, I had to make a decision to be on board, and I knew it was going to be tough, but I've been long in the game, and it's a challenge that I wanted, and a challenge that I was looking forward to. But yeah, it's been amazing. A lot of ups, a lot of downs. Obviously the downs are there to push us, to make us better. So yeah, I'm happy, you know, but there's always room for improvement.
Yeah. Coach, you spoke about managing the talent. Let's talk about managing those games, because you play more games than any other team in local football.
Yeah, but fortunately also when you get to a club like Sundowns, you've got a lot of expertise and the right support system. And so there's a lot of contributions that are made by Steve Kompela, Mangoba, and Wendell, and these people from a coaching perspective allow us to zoom in, and they assist also in managing the squad and managing the preparation for the games. And then of course you've got a team of analysts, you've got a team of conditioning coaches, you've got a team that is there to the team behind the team with the physios and the bios and people that have to support the players with their recovery, and so there's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes to make sure that we perform well and unfortunately that responsibility is not only on my shoulders. I've got a great team around me and people that are just as invested and put in a lot more effort also, and maybe do not get the opportunities that we get to receive some of the credit, but they deserve a lot of that also. It's because they've made incredible contributions that without their contributions, a lot of what we see would not be possible.
Ronwen, the team set so many new records, but you also achieved a few as an individual. Just tell us a bit more about that.
Obviously, I can't do it by myself.
Yeah.
It's a collective. I don't play by myself. The defenders, the midfielders, strikers without counter pressing, you know, they make my job so much easier. I mean, I'm limited to average one save a game, you know, so for me that's amazing, you know, and it's testament to the guys that I've got in front of me, the work that they put in, you know. So as much as I'm getting all the praise, you know, it's down to all the players that's there, and even to the technical team and the analysts, because they show us all the strength of the opponent, so we know when going into a game, we know where their strengths lie. So it's been amazing, you know, and it's an amazing achievement for the team.
And some of the...
I'd make a mistake, sorry, Lindiwe. I'm going to make a big error that I'll never forgive myself for if I don't use this opportunity. You know, I was speaking to Ronwen, and it's on the back of a lot of the talk in South Africa about the role of a goalkeeper.
Yes.
And I was saying to Ronwen the other day that, of course, the making of the saves and pulling off penalty saves like he's done this season is the first requirement. But the basic requirement that we've had for goalkeepers for a very long time is that they can play with the centre backs, and maybe at most they can play with the full backs. But the challenge we gave to him was that he has to play centre backs, full backs, and with the central midfielders. Ronwen said, no, but I can do that, and the next challenge is I need to play with centre backs, full backs, central midfielders, and eights. So he's done things that you don't find predominantly, and because you don't find predominantly exposed to those things in South African football, we undermine and we take it for granted. What he has done this season is say, okay, you expect me to play with the defenders, I'll play with the defenders. But I'll do a little bit more. I'll play with your defenders, I'll play with your midfielders, I'll play with your number 10s, and I'll play also with your strikers. And how many passes have we seen this season where Ronwen makes a pass? I can remember even the pass to Marcelo Allende that took one touch, went to Tapelo against Magridsburg. But these type of things you see at a level where you watch Man City and you watch these top clubs with top goalkeepers, and Ronwen has been able to do that. So he deserves a lot of praise and a lot of credit, because he's had, and from a footballing perspective, he's had an incredible season. The clean sheets are just a testament to that. But if you look at his data, completed passes, passes to the midfield, passes to the strikers, key passes, those are even at the level where you find with European goalkeepers.
That's why he's nominated 3 times years old.
Deserves it.
So congratulations, Ronwen. Now, he spoke about some of the records. I mean, at the 70-point mark for the first time since the 2015-16 season, plus 39 goal difference, a 16-point gap. Please just remind us of all the other records you achieved.
I don't remember them because we don't play for those. We play for trophies. And so it's very difficult. I don't know if you remember any. Trophy.
Your first taste of Champions League football, how was that experience for you, reaching the semi-finals?
Yeah, it's amazing. And that's what I knew coming into the team. You know, they take this competition very seriously, you know, and it's one competition, you know, that they just couldn't get over the line, and it's something that it's motivating, you know. So I knew coming here that this is the level that's required. So obviously I had to use my experience from the national team playing on the African continent, and it's been amazing. I enjoy it. Enjoy playing the big games, playing against, competing against the best on the continent, and yeah, I think we've done amazing work this season.
Yeah. Let's bring it back home now. The PSL awards: goalkeeper of the season, footballer of the season, player of the season. Did you see any of this coming?
Not really. Like the coach said, we don't play for these things, individual awards. You just go out there and do your best and try and reach the team's objectives, which is the league, which is the Champions League, which is retaining all the cups. And if I look back, last year this time there were 3 trophies sitting there.
Yeah.
And the coach told me, nothing less. So for me, it's a bit of a disappointment. I won't say it's a failure, because we've done amazing work this season, and we've achieved so much. So much great things, but I don't look at all the individual things. I look at my value, and obviously so much disappointments, but so much, more fire, and that's burning inside of me to get next season going so that we can get way more. So next year, this time when we come back here, hopefully there'll be more, and the special one sitting there with us as well.
Yeah, speaking of last season, I know there were 3 trophies, but you also didn't reach, oh yes, you did reach the semi-finals last season. No, quarterfinals, knocked out against Pedro. But this season you reached the semi-finals, coach.
Yeah, still very difficult to talk about the Champions League without getting a little bit emotional, because it's a bit heavy on the heart. But it's heavy on the heart because we are so invested as a club. We put so much effort and hard work into that competition, like we put into every other competition, for sure. But like I said to the players yesterday, we have to stomach a little bit the pain of watching a final that I think we deserve to be in. We're the only team still to be unbeaten in that competition, and tough as it may be, but we have to find the strength and the energy from the pain to push us to a level where we know we can be at. And we are proud of the achievement, of course, and trying to go to a level where we haven't been in a very, very long time. But we are at a club that doesn't allow to celebrate good. We have to be better. And when we get better, we have to be better than better. So that's the pressure we put on ourselves. That's the pressure that the club puts on us, and that's the expectations that the supporters have. So the Champions League is a difficult one to speak about, because if you speak about it, for sure you'll get the sense of disappointment and sadness. But that shouldn't be overshadowed by, I think, some of the incredible football that we've played, some of the incredible results that we've obtained. To go to Cairo under those circumstances and get that type of result, to go to Belouizdad and get that type of result, to host Al Ahly in Pretoria to get that type of result, to play all these big teams and be the only team still in the competition not to lose. And the way we played football, not to go into difficult games and try to adopt a personality that's not ours. It showed a lot of bravery and a lot of character, and those things, of course, don't give you trophies, and that's what we play for. But we should still be proud of those type of achievements.
Ronwen, what's it like working with Coach Rhulani? He's a perfectionist, isn't he?
Yeah, he's amazing. I think he came in my career at the perfect time. It's someone that I needed. Just to give me that extra, that's been missing in my game for the last few years. And I told him, I think it was in September, October, I said, I needed you at this time, because I wasn't enjoying football. I was just playing football because I had to do it, but now, I look forward every day, going to training, trying to be better, analyzing games. So, yeah, he's been amazing, and I mean, we're just proud, that he's in our corner. It's on our side, so yeah, there's lots more for him to achieve, for us to achieve, so we're just happy that he's on our side.
Coach, I was telling Billy that I saw a tweet recently, someone saying every player at Mamelodi Sundowns has improved under Coach Rhulani.
Yeah, but it's as I said, that's the work we do collectively, and also because of them, you know. I say this all the time. A blessing to work with. I'm just honored to be their coach, and to be honest, good football players who are good human beings.
Let's talk about winning the league with games in hand once again.
A blessing and a curse, isn't it? Of course, it's a great honor, and it's a reflection of how strong we started and how hard we worked in pre-season and pushed ourselves to make sure that we get a very, very good start. And you put yourself in that position for sure because of hard work, and every single result that we achieved, it was not because it was a handout. We earned every single result. And then you go into the last 7 matches in a space that you also fighting for the Nedbank Cup, you are fighting for Champions League, you are rotating and trying to manage the squad and give players enough chance to say I've made a contribution to the success of this team. And then of course the level is going to drop a little bit, you know. But the lesson out of it is that the level shouldn't drop below the level of the competition. Because even though you expect the level to drop because there's a lack of rhythm and the cohesion and people don't play together so much, and you're also resting people and you break also the momentum. But the lesson is, even if we do drop the level, because our level is so high and we push ourselves, we should never drop the level beyond the level of the competition. And I think maybe one of my biggest disappointments for this season is that after we won the league, we struggled to win football matches in the league, and that's one of the things that we will speak about when we return, and we'll definitely work on.
Yeah. Ronwen, what was it like for you working alongside the likes of Dennis Onyango?
It's been amazing. You know, from day one, they welcomed me with open arms. You know, I felt at home. You know, from day one, there was no animosity or any resentment towards me. You know, they welcomed me and they were good to me. And obviously, it's wonderful for me, you know, to work with amazing human beings. You know, like Dennis, Kennedy, Riyadi. You know, so, and it's players that I've, you know, worked with before. You know, I worked with Dennis maybe 15 years ago, with Riyadi at SuperSport as well. So to see the amount of the achievements that, you know, that Dennis had in his career, it's amazing, you know. And obviously, you know, I want his, you know, achievements and his greatness to rub off on me. So I'll steal as much as possible out of his book, you know, if it's going to help me and make me achieve things. So just, you know, happy, you know, that I can, you know, rub shoulders with such legends of the game.
Coach, you mentioned that bit of a slump you went through after winning the league, but I remember after the Swallows draw, you said if there's anyone I could donate a point to, not that you're giving away points, but it definitely has to be Musanya Dama. Why?
Yeah, that statement got me into a little bit of but I said that because it was from my heart. I'm fortunate that I've worked and I've been blessed to work with some very good footballers who happen to be good human beings, and I'm very proud of what Musa is doing. I watch his team quite a lot. I'm quite invested. I see he won the Coach of the Month, and maybe I should take this opportunity also to congratulate him for achieving that milestone. He's at a club that I also like, with quite a lot of the people and the staff there. And the leadership of the football club is a club, because I grew up in Soweto and there's a little bit of an affiliation with my background and the people that run it, I've got a very soft spot for. But we are not in the business of donating points, you know, and we were disappointed not to win that match, for sure. People shouldn't misinterpret what I said as saying, oh, he gave points away. We don't give points away here. We work very hard. We spend a lot of sleepless nights, and the club is extremely invested in pushing us and has high expectations for us. So we go into every game trying to win it, but that was a game where it was easier to allow it to wash through my system. But maybe the fall was softened a little bit by the fact that Musa was coaching on the other side. So maybe that was the reason.
I know you credit your entire players, but let's speak about Themba Zwane. The season is had. You gave him the captain's armband. Let's just talk about the consistency he's shown us in recent seasons.
Now, what Themba Zwane is Themba Zwane. There are moments when we do videos and corrections, and I ask the players, but why did you pass that ball like that? You know, because I'm pedantic like that, you know, like and they say, but you forget who we were passing that ball to.
Yeah.
We were passing it to Themba Zwane. So special, the only player at the moment in the change room that still has his own song.
Yes.
And a song that everybody sings. So all the players sing it. They celebrate him. He's an incredible footballer who's done incredible things, not just for Mamelodi Sundowns, but for the country as well. But he also happens to be a good human being. You know, Themba is a good person. He's an incredible father. He loves his kids, but like Ronwen also, you know, Ronwen also loves his kids. We've created a culture that they bring their kids to the change room, they bring them to the stadium. It's incredible because I know what it feels like to be a young kid that goes and grows up in a football stadium and in that type of environment. And what the players are doing for their children is something that maybe at the moment we don't see and appreciate and value, but is incredible. And Mshishi happens to be one of those that leads the group and inspires all of us to be good human beings, you know, because he's such a good leader and such a good human being.
How's the experience been for your kids?
He loves it. You know, every day you hear him singing the songs, you know, in the shower, at home. He loves the team, you know, and even late at night, sometimes when we play late, you know, he wants to come. He's fighting with his mother to be there, so he just loves the club, he loves the culture, and, you know, he's a winner himself, you know, so, and he loves what he sees, you know.
And he's your biggest critic.
Yeah, definitely. You know, but this season he was happy, you know, with my performances, and, you know, he keeps me on my toes.
Yeah.
Know, he keeps me on my toes, and yeah, I'm just happy to give him the platform to see. You know, there's a lot of greatness, you know, in the team. You know, to see Themba Zwane, I mean, you must pay big money to watch him play, and the performances he puts up every week, it's amazing. You know, so hopefully, you know, the stuff that he's seeing from the team, from the players, you know, can inspire him, you know, in his career.
Yeah, Coach, there were a lot of beautiful moments from this team this season. I think what stands out for me as someone who started in the DDC is seeing the likes of Abuntando Fosi, Abuma Bena, you know, given a chance, Mailula now, after the season he's had from the DDC. Just tell us a bit more about that.
It makes me happy also because we afford everybody an opportunity regardless of age. These players, all they ask for is a chance, and we try to give that platform and give them the opportunity to play with some of their role models and people that they've grown up watching only on TV. But you can't speak about the academy graduates without giving credit where it's due to the investment of Mamelodi Sundowns, because the club invests and the Motsepe family invests a lot into the development of South African football. And also to the academy staff, you know, Sean Bishop, Sam Mbata, and then the coaches, Surprise, Godfrey Sapula, Mike Manzini. These legends are doing an incredible job, and it's great that their work and the work that they do with these kids gets the opportunity, you know. And David Notwane too plays such an important role in that transition space. So Yeah, incredible teamwork, and great that these talented youngsters are also grabbing the opportunity.
Ronwen, your memorable moments of the season?
So many. Probably signing, because something that I needed in my life, in my career. Like I said, the last few years I wasn't really enjoying football, so the day I signed, was a turning point for me, because I was 30 at the time, and I knew I'm coming towards the end, but I needed something to kickstart to say, this last 10 years, make it memorable.
Yes.
So I would say the day I signed, was amazing because it changed something in me.
Yeah, and speaking of that, there was a lot of talk about you not potentially playing because you are alongside, amazing players like Dennis as well as Kennedy. What did that do to you? And when we look at the season that you've had, clearly you've been putting in the work.
You just use all the, those things just to inspire you to keep working, to double your efforts. And like I said, they welcomed me with open arms, and they helped me, so they made it easy for me, so it was just for me to go out there, do what I do, train hard, perform, always be present, and just be, available, and obviously, learn. That's the most important thing, is to learn as much as possible, as quick as possible, because, things happen so quick and playing so many competitions, so there's not a lot of time, to adjust. You need to adjust while the game is going, while the season is on. So I had to take all that on board, as quick as possible, and just show what I've got.
Yeah, Coach, in closing, what are some of your highlights? And to the young Rhulani out there in Davidson, in Tembisa, what would you like to say?
Yeah, I always get asked that question, what would I say? I don't even think I know what I'd say to myself. So sometimes I shy away from giving that advice, because I still need to advise myself every single day, and I still need to make more mistakes, and I still need to learn. And maybe I will reach a stage one day where I think I've learned enough to be able to qualify myself, and even if it's just only in my mind, to have enough experiences to be worthy of giving advice, So the only thing I just say is they've got to believe in themselves and work very, very hard every single day. There's no other way of succeeding in life. There's no handouts. It cannot only be good moments, and especially in football, where you lose more than you win. And maybe in any competitive sport, you see people who are leaders in their spaces, but you count the number of failures. For sure, they outweigh the successes, but the story is about working very, very hard every single day, in the good and in the bad, and to be consistent. And the good moments, there've been so many. There've been so many. It's difficult to even say which is the best goal that we've scored this season, because we've scored some incredible team goals with incredible build-up schemes and passes and construction, but because the level has been so high and so close to each other, Lindiwe, it's very difficult to even say. Just proud of this team, proud of the work that the technical team has put in behind the scenes, proud of the contribution of the coaches, Coach Manoa, Coach Steve, Coach Wenda, proud of the contribution that the analysts have put in, Mario, Dale, Gulam, and even Smoo. I mean, we have Smoo is still with me in the office every single day, and the season is closed, but every day we're at the office. There's a lot of hard work that's going into the administrative side, and Tommy has come in also, and he's made an incredible contribution in that office with KG. And then, of course, the medical staff, the doctors, Dr. Paul, Dr. Carl, the sports scientists, Matthias has come in, and he's made incredible contributions. Smoo has been fantastic. We reached a part of the season where we had one or two only muscular injuries. All our long-term injuries are not even soft tissue. We've got a broken hand or a broken shoulder or a you know, a knee, a joint. But if you see what happens at Sundowns, is this, especially this season, is we really have had very little. We got it was because of reoccurring situations to a Tapelo, you know, who's chronically had a situation, or to a River who's chronically had a situation. So that speaks to the hard work that the conditioning coaches, the medical staff, the bios, Stuart, Tato, the physios, Mkonzeni, Tasso, Saki, who's been at the club for an incredible amount of years, the kit with Bradoza, Freddy, Zungu, Tato, Scapi. These people, we all make part of a very good team, and so my highlight is working with them, and teamwork.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you, Ronwen. Hope you enjoy your off season, and all the best for next season. Are you going on off season? Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. You will have an opportunity to have a Q&A session with both the coach and Ronwen. Thank you for availing yourself for this press conference. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you.